All right, there we go, guys. So we are now live. I apologize. This has taken a little while to get up. We're about 45 minutes behind here. All right, so if any of you guys saw the video, we actually are uploading right now. We're in the process. I was trying to do it at the same time, but I had an issue with the stream. So we're just going to show the way we uploaded the video. Some of you may come over from that video where we say, no, don't watch this instead. Well, this is the live stream where we're going to talk about the best practices for uploading a video to YouTube, how to do your title and description, a little bit about the thumbnail, and some of the tools you can use. To be honest and to lead with this, the tool we use is TubeBuddy. It's about $4 a month if you have less than 1,000 subscribers. I think it's $9 if you have more than 1,000. So we do use that paid tool. I want to just tell you that right up front. You don't have to, but I think it's worth the $4. So let's go ahead and get right into this. The first thing you'll want to do is come up with a title for your video. And if anyone happens to be watching this right now, if you could let me know if we have audio, that would be fantastic. Thank you very much. Let's see. Looks good on my end. Okay, so you want to do your research for your title, and before you even make the video, you want to know what your title is going to be. That is really, really important, because if you make a video that no one's going to watch, well, nobody's going to watch it. Now, if you're making a video that is something that you're passionate about or something that you want to actually do, and you don't really care if that many people watch it, that's totally fine. In our case, we try to make videos that are a little bit friendly to the people that are on our channel, that are things they're going to enjoy. And also we want them to rank in YouTube. So we want to search for that title and description before we ever even make the video itself. So we're going to go ahead right now and just dive right into that for this video that we're uploading, which is going to be about this stream. So it'll make sense in a moment. Let's switch over. So if we go on our laptop here, you can see how to upload videos as a small creator is what we're going to try to use. Now, when you're typing, a lot of times it'll give you suggestions. As a small convection oven, for example, is not a very helpful suggestion. So as a small creator, and then that's what we want to do. So this video is about this live stream. It's about how you upload. So we're going to go ahead and search for that. And a couple things to look for. So right now we have how to upload videos as a small creator, uploading live. That is the actual live stream. This is what's up right now. And then here's the video we're actually going to be uploading. Obviously, I cheated and already put it on there, so you guys wouldn't have to wait for a bunch of things, but we'll go through the process here in just a second. So yeah, we have how to upload videos as a small creator. And if I look on the right side, this is TubeBuddy. This is the tool that we use that is incredibly powerful. What it does is it tells you how many people are searching for it and then what the competition is like. So basically the ratio of, search volume versus how competitive it is. And in this case, it's saying this is a perfect 100 out of 100 because the search volume is incredibly high. And even though there is some competition, it says here, the search volume is high enough to make this a great keyword to target. So that's really helpful to us. I'm actually going to add, like I did down here, again, I'm cheating. Do not watch this. Okay, so by doing that, it's kind of a joke for this video right here. Don't watch this. We want you to watch the live stream instead. So by putting that in, it's actually still giving us a high ranking. And in our videos, if you check our channel, just duplicate this tab real quick. So if we actually go to our channel, the internet's going to be a touch slow on this one. I have it on a different connection, so we don't have any interference with the stream. You'll see our titles. A lot of times we'll put a little dash in there. And what that does, in our minds, that separates it like two separate sentences. That's kind of algorithm search engine friendly. You don't really have much issue. So put your main content in the beginning and then do a dash with like some little thing you want to add in there that maybe isn't as relevant to the search engine itself. So let's go back. So this is what we're going to go with for our title. So what we would do is we would copy this into the actual upload. Now, when you are first starting, that's like we know our title, we know what we're going to use, how to upload, a video. So now we make our video kind of based around that title so that it's relevant. So when people search for it, they actually get the content that they're wanting. It actually works out. So we'll make our video and then we'll go back and we will upload. So to do that, you'll click right here, upload video. And then you drag and drop files here. So if I go to my desktop, so I'm actually going to re-upload this. Hopefully YouTube doesn't hate me for this, just to kind of give you guys a actual run through. So how to upload is a small channel. That is the title of the file. So it tries to guess, but that's not what we want. We want the small creator, do not watch this. So that's what we're going to call it. I like to go in and change this to like the upload to caps and then small creator, you know, capital C, capital S there. Change not to capital NOT. You know, you could change that up a little. That doesn't really affect anything as far as we know in the search results themselves. So that's what we'll do for a title. And then we want to do our description. So for our description, and this is really, really important, when you're doing a description on a video, the description is just as relevant as the title itself, especially the first few sentences in that description. The first few sentences will talk about or will be relevant in the search results. And it's a way to get more keywords in there. So if you want to say how to upload a video and then you say, you know, YouTube best practices 2020. So you could say something in the description like, this is how to upload a video to YouTube using the best practices of 2020 in your description. And those words will be relevant in the search engine. So I actually already searched for this a second ago. So how to change settings on an A7 III, for example. If you look, here's a how to set up Sony A7 III is the actual title. Sorry, let me switch you guys to my screen. This is what I searched for up here. And here's the first video, how to set up a Sony A7 III. But if you look down here in the description, how to set up, and then Sony, and then A7 III is highlighted. And then we have, let's see, settings, A7 III. Those keywords are coming up in the description. And that's really, really important that you do pay attention to that. That can be really helpful. So let's go back here. It's this one. So in the description, we want to have some more keywords that we'll add to it because this is how people find your video. So I'm actually going to cheat because we already did this just a few minutes ago. I'm going to copy that. So I'd bring that in here like this. And I like to type this up like on Microsoft Word or some just typing program where I can run a spell check to make sure, because I misspell a lot, make sure that I don't mess something up, especially if I'm in a hurry, and then I can copy and paste it. I can also save it in my folder system. So it's good to type these descriptions somewhere else and copy and paste them in. You can also go through and create descriptions for each video, and then you can kind of have like a generic links tab where you have like all the links that you use in your videos for the gear you use, or if there's like settings you want to share with people, or just any information like that that you want to share, you have that ability. So if we go back over here, let's see. So we're going to do description, and then we're going to move on to thumbnail. If we move on to thumbnail, we'll want to upload some kind of custom thumbnail. You can use something from the video, which these will pop in after the processing is complete, but it's really not recommended, and it kind of shows that you aren't taking your content very seriously. So keep in mind, you're going to want to upload a custom thumbnail, and in this case, I'm going to drag and drop it in. I already have it. So this one's called no thumbnail, and it's just going to have a big no here, right? So that's all it is. Let's see. And then on the thumbnails themselves, so let's actually pull that up where you guys can see this a little bigger. Make this a big screen. There we go. So this thumbnail, as cheesy as it is actually, and I probably have a double color grade because of my, let me turn that off for a second, guys. That's a little better. So as cheesy as this thumbnail is, it works because it's contrasty, and you also want to have minimal wordage on there. Maybe you don't want to use any words at all, and just take some time to do your actual thumbnails. You don't have to take a photo. You can actually steal it from a recording on your camera, especially if you're recording in 4K. And then go ahead and edit just that little snippet or screen grab. So what we'll do is we'll actually sit here. Let me turn the color back on. We use a Instream color grade here. Okay, so we'll actually just act out the parts and then just kind of move slow. So I'll sit here like for the yes thumbnail for this video, I went like this and like got my hands to line up so weird mirrored and like centered myself, and then held it for a second and used that as the actual thumbnail. So I took that screen grab and then edited it and cleaned it up a little bit. And that seems to work really well. So you can use a video to make your thumbnail, but it shouldn't be from your actual video you're making unless there is a part where you do kind of have a moment that makes sense. And then you should do something to clean it up, make it a little more contrasty. So when people are scrolling, it actually stands out. So something to definitely keep in mind. Let's get rid of this guy. So yeah, the thumbnail is incredibly important. And then we're going to move into playlists. So in this case, I'm going to put this under tutorials, and I'm actually going to put this in, let's see. No, I'm not going to put this in live streams because it's not actually a live stream. This is a live stream we're on right now. So we're just going to put it under tutorials. These are really important because these actually show people like what it is you're doing. Like, and it's similar videos, I guess is what I should say. These videos are going to be very similar, and if someone finishes one of your videos, they'll be recommended to the next video. And that's just kind of a good way to go. You want to keep people there. And the whole goal of YouTube and every social media platform is to keep people on the platform. So live streaming's tricky because it's not as clean and as edited. So people tend to not want to watch it as much, but there is more interaction. But any kind of content you have, you want to keep people there. And if you can keep them on your channel, YouTube will recommend your videos more. So do use things like playlists so people will watch your next video in order afterwards. So let's go back to the computer. So after playlists, we're going to move down. Is this made for kids? It's really important to pay attention to this. These videos, if you put it's made, yes, it's made for kids, that doesn't mean that kids will get to watch it too. So you got to make sure you always check, no, it's not made for kids, unless it is specifically designed and targeting to a kid's audience. If other people are going to watch this, if it's kind of for everybody, just put no, it's not made for kids. There's more restrictions and a whole lot more things you have to worry about there. And then we're going to move into more options. This is where it really gets good. So is this a paid promotion actually? So that's another one. If you're getting free gear, you're supposed to check that. It's kind of on the fence on that one. But if you're getting paid, you absolutely need to check that. I would even check it with free gear anymore. I think we're going to continue to start doing that. And then you move into tags. So the tags are going to be very similar to your title and description. And even though it says on here, it's useful if words are commonly misspelled, that is true, and that helps when people are searching and they type the wrong thing. But tags are still useful all of the time. You need to use tags regardless of anything you hear or what you see. Like, you should be using them. Now, you can create your tags here and then copy and paste them in the description if you would like, but this should pretty much cover you. The goal is, this is more of an organization thing. This might actually be more for you than it is for YouTube. It keeps the video so that when people are searching one for YouTube, they'll find the tags, but it also tells you what your video is about, and it can help you kind of go back and clean up your description if you didn't cover all the words. And if you're using a tool like TubeBuddy, it will ultimately show in the rankings how things are going. So let's go back here to tags, and we're going to go ahead and we'll put a bunch of tags in here. So I can say in this one, so you want to keep your title and description in the beginning. How to upload videos on YouTube. Sure. Let's see. How to use tags on YouTube. How to write a video description. Let's see if it comes up. And then we could do to title a YouTube video. So these are just tags. These are kind of long. You actually want to keep these short if possible. So I want to use these as a basis and see if TubeBuddy actually recommends anything. Again, I'll put a link below if you guys want to check their software out. I think there's a free trial. Might even be a free version. If you're a small channel, it's only like $4 a month and incredibly valuable. So let's move down here. So if we refresh the scores by relevance, so we have YouTube tips. That's a great one. Let's use that. And then Nick Nimmin. So Nick Nimmin is an amazing creator. YouTube, I believe the YouTube creator channel actually recommends him. He has a lot of really good information. You guys should check out his channel. It's a lot of stuff like this video where they're explaining how to use YouTube, how to use the search engine. It's definitely something you should go watch after this. He's fantastic. He's much better at live streaming than me too. So we got Nick Nimmin. So we're going to use that. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with using somebody else's name on there because it's a similar style to his style in this video. Let's see. Best time to post on YouTube. We don't really go over that, so I'm going to leave that one off. I feel like that's maybe a little misleading. Let's see, how to upload, that's fine. And then YouTube tips for the channel, that's fine. And then we're going to sort these by keyword score. Now, when you sort by keyword score, if you're using this tool, the keyword score is going to be like the highest ranking, but it's going to probably be the least relevant, and that's all that means. So if I go on here, YouTube tips for beginners 2020, that's a great one. We're going to use that. And let's see, how to upload videos on YouTube from iPhone. This is a long one, but if somebody's trying to do it from their iPhone, you know, it'll kind of give them a general consensus of how this stuff works. Might be a little misleading, so I'm going to be careful with that one. And you keep going until you end up with a total of 500 characters or slightly less. I would fill this up every time. You really should, but for the sake of this live stream or this video, I'm going to go ahead and skip that for now. Okay, language, subtitles, closed captions. There are companies that you can use for closed captions that are just basically they will go through and watch your video, and they have a computer, I suppose, that reads it, and then I think they review it and actually make sure the captions are right. Because sometimes if you watch YouTube's automatic captions, the words won't be exactly what they're saying. So if they'll say like A7-3, you know, it might say A and then like 7 and then 3 of something. Like the captions might not be perfect, so keep that in mind. So using captions from a company is better, but it costs a few dollars a video and probably not necessary early on. We don't do it yet, but we probably will eventually. So I would just leave that alone. You don't need to do the certification. Recording date, I like to do that. Helps keep things organized. I don't think it really matters. We're going to put in our city here just because people searching locally will find it. I'm in Columbus, Ohio. Go Bucks. Not many games this year, though. It's sad. Let's see. So license, standard YouTube license, leave that alone unless there's a specific reason not to. Allow embedding. You definitely want people to be able to publish your videos on their website unless, again, there's just some reason you don't. Publish to subscription feed and notify subscribers. So this is actually something to keep in mind. If you're doing a video you don't want everyone to see, and it's just something you're trying to add to your channel and you don't want to annoy your subscribers, sorry guys, happens, uncheck this. But for 99% of your videos, you're going to want them to know that you've done it. So I would definitely check this box that says publish to subscriptions feed and notify subscribers so they know when you're making content. So definitely do that most of the time. Categories is another good one here. So we're going to have, in our case, we're going to do education. We did film and animation sometimes. We usually do that if it's more of like a just, you know, improv, goofing around video. But in most cases, for us, education works. Maybe how to and style. That's kind of a weird combo. So I'm going to stick with education, but you can look these through. I would definitely do this. People and blogs is another good one as well. So for our case, education. Comments and set ratings. I like to hold inappropriate for review. Make sure you check those because in your YouTube studio, it will not give you notifications for these kind of comments. If somebody says something a little off, or if YouTube thinks somebody is self-promoting their channel, maybe they have something they're trying to say that's good and they just don't word it the way YouTube likes. So make sure you look for the held comments in your YouTube studio. Sort by top is fine. And then definitely show how many viewers like or dislike this video. I like to be honest. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Or as Gerald Undone says, give it a thumbs down twice so it just resets. But anyway, yeah, you want people to know if the video is good or not. And you want YouTube to know. So just, I would be real on that one. And then we'll go next. Video elements, this is really important. So at the end of your video, you'll want to put something here, and we're going to use this subscription thing. I'll skip ahead. And then also a recommended video, and what I'd like to put in here is this actual live stream. So in this case, this video is going to be that we uploaded is going to be saying, don't watch this video, go watch the live stream. Like, go watch the live stream where we upload a video. So if people watch it, they're going to be recommended to this live stream, which we're going to leave up. So that's the video I'm going to put at the end. I like to keep these slid over so that they don't pop up until after the scene is over. And I try to keep my text out of the way of these, but actually in this one you can see, if you look, it looks like I may have got into it a little bit, so keep that in mind. And then we'll save that. And then we will go to add cards. So here we can add a card somewhere in the video, like say if I make a comment right after this goofy little transition here, I'm going to add a card for this same stream that will recommend it. You can put a custom message here if you want to say something different than the actual title. So you definitely want to add cards whenever possible. I like to add 2 or 3. Anything like that will keep people on your channel, will give your channel higher rankings. So adding cards, you should do it on every video at least once, if not 2 or 3 times. So we have a card in there. And then we'll go next, and then save or publish. So this is really important. A lot of people are just in a hurry. Let's just get it public. Let's get this video out there. You know, let's publish this video right away. The problem with publishing this video right away is if you look at the bottom of the screen, they haven't actually finished processing it. So the standard version is complete, so it's going to be really, really low quality, but the HD version, well, that one's not going to be done yet. So if people go to watch your video, it's going to be really grainy and real low quality. So don't rush to publish your video until it's done processing the HD version. What I'll usually do is go in here and publish it private and then watch it on my channel an hour or so later. And if it's at least showing HD, then I'll switch it to public. 4K I don't worry as much about, but they do give higher rankings to 4K, so keep that in mind. Longer videos will also take longer, up to 24 hours for a 4K video. So keep that in mind as well. You can schedule it so it'll automatically just publish it after a few hours, but I like to go to private and then later on switch it to public. Now this is something I think a lot of people get confused about. When you publish a video in private, it doesn't send out notifications to any of your subscribers. They're never actually going to know that you've published it. The second you switch it to public, they will get those bell notifications and notifications that the video has been published. So you get that one time from YouTube. They'll give you one time where they will notify everyone. It's either when you publish it publicly right away at the beginning, or if you switch it from private to public. So you're not going to lose your notifications by going from private to public. That was something early on that I think we were kind of confused by. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to leave it private, and I'm actually going to delete this video after I publish it because we've already done it just a few minutes ago. So I save. So here's our YouTube studio. This is the one that's private. I'm going to go up here and delete it because I don't want a duplicate. Yes, I understand. And get it to where you guys can actually see the screen. Delete forever. Bye-bye. That video's done. So we still have the original no video here that we published a little while ago. So that's what we have. That video is now published and ready to go. So to kind of summarize, when you make your video, remember the title and description is incredibly important. It's what sells your video on YouTube. It's what people will find. And as a small channel, I know it might seem a little hypocritical, like you guys don't have a lot of views, so why are you even talking about this? Well, because this is how we actually have to get those views, is by putting in the extra work. We don't have millions of subscribers like Mr. Beast or Peter McKinnon or any of those guys. So since we don't have very many subscribers, not that many people are going to watch your videos until you get a lot larger. So you have to put in the work, and you really always just should do that. So you do need to watch mimicking large channels, because sometimes large channels can just get away with putting in a title like, I think PewDiePie did one where it was just like meh, like that was his title, and he got away with that because he has so many subscribers. So you have to think that through. So in summary, find a title that works, that you think is search engine friendly. Use TubeBuddy if you want to, and if you're okay with spending $4 to $9 a month, somewhere in there, depending on how many subscribers you have, to find that title, and then make your video based around that. Doesn't mean you have to change your content, but definitely keep in mind the title and description, because YouTube will read your closed captions, whether they create them or you upload them yourself, and compare it to your title and description to make sure that it is actually one and the same, and those videos are giving real information, because YouTube doesn't want people to click on a video, get there, and then realize it's not what they wanted to watch, and then go to Facebook or Instagram. They want them to stay on YouTube, so keep that in mind. Make sure your thumbnails, you definitely want to work on those. Spend the time, make them contrasty, more so than you would the actual video. You can get a little over the top creative with those. Not too many colors, not too busy, but definitely a little contrasty so they stand out. Minimal text on your thumbnails, but you can use some if you feel like it helps or it adds to it. The first part of your description after you've done the title, use more keywords in the description because those show up on the search engine. Keep that in mind. That is very, very important. Use tags, use playlists. And again, with the tags, TubeBuddy is really helpful. If you don't have TubeBuddy, you can search for other videos like yours that have tons and tons of views and then just copy their tags in the bottom of their video, or I believe it will show that on YouTube. So you can look and see what they've done and then copy kind of their description as well. That's basically it for this. You know, upload your video, make sure you're uploading to private until the processing is done, or schedule an upload. So you don't want to upload low quality. And yeah, that's it. More than anything, just have fun, make videos, and enjoy yourself. So after this stream comes down, we are going to continue reviewing comments and things like that. So people, if you comment on this video down below after the stream is over, if you have any questions, we will dive into those. We may even do a follow-up stream if this ends up being a popular video. But for now, we're just going to respond to those comments below after the stream's over. I do want to remind you guys to check out Nick Nimmin. He has fantastic content for this type of stuff. He goes so much more in depth than we are right here. This is just kind of a small channel perspective of that type of thing. And please do subscribe. It helps us out. Give it a thumbs up if you actually enjoyed this stream and if it was useful to you in any way. And if you guys have any tips of your own or corrections, make sure you put those in the comments below. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.